From the studios of WFAN, this is Mike's on Francesa on the Fan on this Friday, the 20th day of October, as we get ready for a very big, a pivotal game number 6 tonight in Houston. There's a slot waiting in the World Series opposite the Dodgers, who are in the World Series for the first time in a very, very long time. And now we'll see if the Yankees can fill that this evening or wait for a Game 7. So the Yankees need to win a game the next 2 nights in Houston, and then they can join the Dodgers starting Tuesday in L.A. But obviously there's some work to be done, and there's a pitcher to oppose by the name of Verlander. So that's first things first. So that's where we begin, and obviously there's a lot of excited fans today, the longtime Yankee fans, the bandwagon joiners who are, hey, listen, everyone joins this time of year. That's the way it works, okay? I mean, that's how it works. You can't do anything about that. There's always going to be people joining the party, and, so be it. But that is a full group of people right now that are behind the Yankees. The whole city's behind the Yankees, and tonight they'll all be ready for an 8 o'clock start this evening. We'll hear from Joe Girardi today. He will join us later on in the program. You'll hear from the Astros manager also. So we get ready for, on this Football Friday, we get ready for what is a very, very big baseball day. We get ready for a game number 6. And I don't know if it's been brought up today or not. But if you like omens, will the Yankees clinch a game, or will they not clinch a game on Mickey Mantle's birthday? I don't know. Mickey Mantle was born this day. I don't know if anyone mentioned that. October the 20th, back in 1931. In Spavinaw, Oklahoma. So it is his birthday. He would be, let's see, do the math. He would be, 17 and 69. So he would have been 87 years old right now if he were alive, which would have been a long, long life. He's been gone now. Since what year? I don't even remember. Was it 94? 94, 93, 94? 95? Okay, yeah, 95. But he was born on this date back in 1931. So if you want a Yankee omen, there's one for you from someone who is a very big, as you know, Mickey Mantle fan. My only idol I've ever had. I had 2. Mickey and JFK, my 2. That's it. I've never had another. So both from the same era. And so it is his birthday today, and maybe that is an omen for Yankee fans if you're looking for one. The Yankees right now with 3 straight wins and have clearly outplayed. It's the series have been oddly similar. Very hot teams, very confident teams. Yankees get down 2-0. Different kind of games the way they got down 2-0, but got down 2-0, come to Yankee Stadium, turn things around. And once they got back to Yankee Stadium, from that moment, the Yankees clearly outplayed the Indians in every way, and they have clearly outclassed the Astros in every way. There's no question. You had Plesac on yesterday, and he talked about he didn't expect much out of Kershaw. Well, Kershaw was good last night when he had to be. It didn't have to be for long because the Dodgers erupted with obviously a record-breaking offensive performance last night, if you watched it. And Kershaw went 6 innings and gave up just the 1 home run and gave up just the 1 run and left with a 9-1 lead as the Dodgers steamed their way into the World Series. And they are waiting, and Kershaw will be waiting with his friends for Game 1. And that's where the Yankees hope to be as they get ready tonight to take on one of the generation's best pitchers in Verlander, who has been so good in an Astro uniform and was utterly brilliant the first time he met the Yankees in this series. So the Yankees have to overcome that. They put their young ace on the mound tonight in Severino. They have CC Sabathia and friends ready for a Game 7. So that's where it is. Now, clearly, the momentum right now with the Yankees, everything right now, Houston has to snap out of it. The Yankees just going to have to continue to roll. Houston needs to snap out of it. But if they do, and they win this game, they will be a very tough out tomorrow. The Yankees, right now, clearly have been the better team in really almost every way. There's a very good chance that continues tonight. But if it doesn't, it will be a tough game to win, to break through for the first time in a series where the home team has won the first 6 games of a series. To break through in Game 7 is not an easy task, and that's what the Yankees will be facing tomorrow. But again, you have all late Friday night and into the early hours of Saturday, and then all day tomorrow to just think about that and to, come up with every possible reason for what would happen in a Game 7. But maybe we won't see a Game 7. Right now, the hotter team might just continue on their way and end this thing this evening, which is what everybody hopes for, is to get it over with now and get ready for what will be a classic World Series. Because anytime you mention the Yankees and the Dodgers in the same breath, I mean, that is a classic series. We've seen a lot. If you're old enough, you've seen a lot of Yankee-Dodgers. Now, I don't go back to the 50s series with the Yankees and the Dodgers. I know them from history. I wasn't, around for them, but we know they happened a lot. We know it went on in 55 and 56. But 63, I remember as a young kid. Remember that series very well. Remember that season very well. Remember the Yankees storming in, winning easy, even though Mantle spent a lot of the year on the shelf with the broken foot. Broke his foot on June 5th in Baltimore. Didn't come back until mid-August. The Yankees, behind the leadership of Elston Howard, rolled to a pennant, and then the Dodgers with their pitching just completely stunned the Yankees. Koufax in Game 1, Padres in Game 2, Drysdale in Game 3, Koufax in Game 4. And then 77 and 78, where the Yankees got the better Yankees on their second and third straight years into the World Series after being embarrassed by the Reds in 76. Yankees winning the World Series in 77 and 78. And then the Yankees getting off to a good start in the 81 series, only have the Dodgers come back and turn the tables on them. The Yankees, if you remember, had Fernando Valenzuela on the ropes in Game 3. A lot of you might not remember this game if you're not old enough, but let him off the hook and went on to rue the day they did and went on to lose that World Series in 6 games. So the Dodgers turning the tables on the Yankees in 81. So we've seen plenty of series, 63, 77, 78, 81. We would like to have another one this year with the Dodgers already there off a tremendous season and an impressive postseason where they have only lost one time. And now the Yankees can make it a very impressive postseason also, having stormed back in the wild card game, having come from 2 games back against a tremendous Indian team, and also this year trying to come 2 games back from an 0-2 deficit against another 100-win team. That would be back-to-back 100-win teams where they spotted them 2 games and then took the series away, which would be ultra impressive. And the Yankees would have a great chance and would match up very well with this Dodger team in the World Series. But first things first, Verlander, Severino, we'll get you all the action today. We'll sprinkle in some football. If you stayed with the Raider-Chief game, bad blood, which is nothing new for a Raider-Chief game. Marshawn Lynch, who was so completely out of line, and I couldn't believe Deion Sanders at halftime trying to defend him, coming off the sideline to get involved in what is a, offensive lineman well in hand trying to protect their quarterback, which no one has a problem with. That would have been a regular melee until Marshawn Lynch gets in there and just completely and deliberately grabs and pushes an official. And he knew it was the official. He grabbed. I've never seen anybody. I've seen the guys inadvertently push an official. I've never seen anybody grab the official by the shirt and push him like Lynch did last night. And I guess Lynch was so upset he left the stadium at halftime. At least that was the report they gave during the game. I don't know if it was accurate. Didn't really matter. He was out of the game anyway. He's facing a suspension for. He's not only facing a massive fine. He's facing a suspension for what he did because it was so unbelievable. You got to give him a game for leaving the sideline, and you got to give him at least a game for his actions with the official. Because if you're going to tolerate that, he didn't just bump into an official, which will get you ejected. He actually grabbed the official by the shirt and threw him. So you're talking about something I've never seen in my life, the level of that last night. And then, if you stayed with it, probably a game that almost became laughable in the last minute. I mean, to replay the play on whether, let's see this time, is it going to be pass interference or holding, which was going on blatantly on every play. They were throwing every defender. Every defender was holding. They were throwing every defender, and it was going to be which one of these plays we're going to let stand. Finally, they did after about it seemed like the 15th time, and the Raiders win the game with no time on the clock as he hits Crabtree for the winning score, and they stay alive with a 31-30, or it was 1 point, I think it was 31-30. It was 31-30 win over the Chiefs last night. Knicks opened up, as you would expect, playing in Oklahoma City. Nice numbers for Porzingis. Not much of a team behind them. Really not much of a team behind them. Get used to a lot of the 30 and 15s from Porzingis and not much else this season from what we saw last night as the Knicks went down to the Thunder on the road to open up their season. So a lot of stuff going on. And I actually did also watch some of the Wonder Kid in L.A. last night. He's got a long way to go. A long way to go. His offensive game and his defense have a long, long way to go before anybody's going to talk about stardom. I'd really curb the Magic Johnson talk in a hurry. Back after this.